have to show up as a unit. Certainly in the first game, they won 16. I think it was 5. Twist, Elige, both had like 1.4 ratings. They were both in the top 5 at the end of the day. It was the day of best of ones, granted, but it's gone nowhere since then. Elige has been consistent. That's their only strong suit right now. That's the only thing that reminds me of this Grand Slam Liquid 5 tournament wins this year. Chicago after they won the first 4 as well. I mean, now that the rest of them just don't seem like they're there at all.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of rust coming into this one. Even though they did have an extensive boot camp over there in Malta, they haven't really reached the heights in which we want to be seeing at this tournament. On the other side of things, North, there's been a little bit more impact than what we've seen in the challenger stage, which is a good sign, but everybody needs to start clicking here because Kirby, AZ, Voldet, listen to those names, the star power in North, the potential there. These guys are young, they're hungry, it just needs to click, maybe now's the time.
Well, I certainly would like to see that for North, although it would be at the
toe-to-toe, I back Liquid in here on map number 1 being Mirage. The choice of Dust 2 is map number 2 for North, I think is very curious. I observed half of their game yesterday, and I didn't think they were doing relatively anything special. They're quite fluid on the CT side.
Wait, did you like actually observe? Like Sliggy observed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah. I kind of just went in there and...
I'm too ADD for that. I would be worse than the...
I think I did a terrible job. So supporting the world number 1 right now. They have to win this game and one more. Like, let's not forget, this isn't over.
And you've got Mouse Sports in that bracket now. You've got Navi, potentially. We don't know where Navi's...
No.
Oh, they are. That's right.
Yeah,
sorry, that's right. They did beat MIBR. That's already happened. Wow, this day's really flying by.
Crazy or Astralis?
Crazy or Astralis, which is an amazing match right now as well. That's for a place in the playoffs. So you could have Astralis potentially. You could have, I don't think it would line up this way, but you could have Liquid or Astralis both going out before the playoffs. That's pretty ridiculous. For North, I feel a little bad for them. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them make it to the playoffs. I want to see the recovery actually work because we know for a long period of time, it's not been what we've... Right, you had Heroic with their old branding, you had North, and you had Astralis, and they were actually all battling for the top dog in Denmark. And Astralis by far and away won that war, but North fell off catastrophically. I want to see a recovery story.
Well, considering how much secondary talent there seems to be in Denmark, it's strange that nobody has been able to consistently stay within the top 10. I think for a period there we thought that might be possible with a team like North, but it hasn't really come to fruition. You were talking about Heroic. They keep making subtle roster changes. They've added Bo-Rap recently, they've brought Snappy back. That team has got a lot of young firepower as well, so I'm going to be curious when we eventually North go toe-to-toe with Heroic down the line. Right here, though, we will be starting with, should be underway any moment, by the way, guys. We will be having Team Liquid starting on the T side. North will be starting on that CT side. North, I think they need at least 9 or 10 CT rounds because this map here for them has looked very weak in recent times.
Yeah, I mean, look, you pointed out the stat line for them, but they didn't even get double digits in any of those most recent 5 losses. Likewise, no one was able to achieve double digits against Liquid, so it doesn't necessarily suggest much for North, but Liquid have certainly not been themselves so far. Ooh. Again, only having played 2 maps, there's not a lot to read on that.
Just a note with the setup here as we kick this off with the Molotov into window. It's a 3-man B-lane coming out from North and a fast mid-take. Almost into looking like it wants to be a B-split.
This is Volta trying to hold it up. Nitro down. Kierby's able to respond though, and AZ still inside of the site, so a chance that he can do more because Kierby holds back toward the jail. AZ caught out inside the quad. But Stewie is still working the pillars, and that's enough distraction for Twist to be able to jump on top of the van. Isolation by Kierby. He wanted to try and get that pick, but Twist faked out that he'd gone the other way. Bomb is down, and it's down in the apartments, which means they have to go back forward. And Gade, he has the advantage as a result of this, and now knows it spots Stewie, but they know where he is, and Stewie could actually actually, okay, just do that. I was going to say run back down the hall if you really felt the need to.
Yeah, big round right there. Considering the chips looked down after the early exchanges, and the bomb got dropped in a position that I didn't think would be favourable for Liquid, but obviously Gade not realising it was still up in the apartments, it would have hung further back towards that box for short to take a few more tighter duels. This round will go in the favour of Team Liquid. We will see them buy into this one. They have an AK in the hand to Twist, 2 Galils, Stewie and Naf, respectively. Nitro on a Mac 10 and a Liege with the UMP. On the other side of things, we only see a flashbang for Kirby, and everybody else will just have the USPs. And they're just going to spread out in a relatively default fashion on both sides, actually. Mid-control, making sure no one's pushing B, and some members over towards the A extremities as well.
Flash out Elige, forced off the angle. Nitro takes the fight. Instead, Elige actually has to come back out and help him, given that he got tagged so low, and goes down as a result. So one of the SMGs lost, but a very, very quick round. Let's get the guns out.
Yeah, let's get the exciting stuff going, shall we? Anders is pretty excited right next to us.
Sounds that way, and I don't blame him.
Well, I hope our game brings as much excitement. We'll see if we can end up going through to the mainstream.
I'm sure that there are many out there that hope that it doesn't, if I'm honest.
Look, Matt, I always want one of those moments.
What's that?
That gets clipped for infamy.
Oh,
I don't even know what I would say, but I'm sure...
I've done it both ways. You gotta be careful.
Oh, alright. Well, the first gun round, as you mentioned, is on the way here, and it looks like I'm going to see an aggressive play coming out on Cat here from North. Kirby and Volde both getting aggressive. Hail of nades, but AZ and Kirby, they suffer the main chunks of damage. Elise dropped down to 63 points of health, but Team Liquid have definitely come out on top of this one. I want you to note as well that there are no defuse kits in play right now.
Twist's gonna hold it out inside of the apartments. 2 in the site. Volde playing a very quick drop position. Can actually play this off of Kirby in a way. He's obviously pushed up beyond the point of seeing the windows, but Volde's not spotted until they're much closer, so Kirby can play swing.
Looks like another B split here, as we still have 2 players over towards the B apartments as 3 Garner mid-control. Very thorough with the utility here.
I'm super curious to see how Volde plays this, because he can be spotted if they round that corner. Yeah, and he's aware of it. They've had to call for him to move because Kirby gets forced back inside of the corner. That gives him one, though, and the bomb committed. Volde find the leakage as well. They'll line up the second out toward Catwalk, but the 2 from apartments finally make it to the site. It's the Canadians, one of which only has 2 HP. That's Naf. What a flash, though, thrown by him for Twist to find Yugi in the door. And now they have to try and buy themselves some space. AZ's not much better than Twist in this situation. Only 6 HP.
Gade's on the flank here.
He might be able to catch them, but not before the bomb goes down. Twist, if he finds him, he has a chance in the round. And Twist surely has to consider this. No showing yet from AZ, though, so they might still consider that Gade's coming from Catwalk. If he'd already shown, then the timing would be off on the rotation. Twist is playing a nice cornered position. No, and 2 HP. Naf is playing a better one. Good duo, as always, for Team Liquid. I shouldn't say always. Hasn't yet come to fruition in this event, but that's a good round for them.
2v4. 2v5.
With 2 HP on Naf the whole time.
You love...
It's almost like Canadians are good at something.
You guys are pretty friendly. You apologize all the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And these 2 guys right here are pretty good at headshotting people. So this is not what you want to see if you're a fan of Danish Counter-Strike, but if you want to see Team Liquid returning to a little bit of that form, this is definitely the type of Counter-Strike that we've come to love. Now, North will be forced back down to pistols. Kirby and Volde will get some Kevlar behind that. We can see a couple Deagles on the board, some CZs. Once again, just the standard mid-control, keeping them honest with grenades. Liquid, very thorough.
Stewie's already cleared toward mid for the underpass. He goes back out to the courtyard position at the B apartments. Volde just jumping outside. He's consistently playing in B, anchoring that site. As the in-game leader now, of course, it's more about communication and timings on the CT side. But if he is the top fragging player on North, and they know he's at B, wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing Liquid change things up and go back over toward A. Gade's going to try and push out with the Deagle in hand.
Bombs are still in T-spawn, so if a flurry of kills goes down here, and this gets a little bit chaotic, Liquid are going to have to run back and grab that. So with Gade going for information towards A ramp, He's been spotted, he's been tagged. Kirby, meanwhile, will find a Deagle kill on the other side of the map. And this is the pressure I was talking about, because look, the bomb hasn't been picked up yet, but they still want to pressure towards A, and everybody from North is starting to collapse.
Nice shot from Nitro, good entry. Easy gone. Gade still sits in shadow, but he tries to climb silently toward the balcony, and he's found by Naf. Nade goes deep, Yugi's gonna, wow, headbutt that one straight on.
How's he still alive? Thank God. Naf eventually takes him down. Now Volder with 16 seconds left, has a chance. He still lines it up, taps away, bomb's dropped.
He's gonna swing it again. Flash to get him wider, but Elish came out from the approaching side. The close side never was bothered by that. He finds the kill. 4-0 for Liquid.
Yeah, that one there maybe got a little bit dicier than it needed to be. Kirby with a couple of nice Deagle shots. Gade didn't overextend up that ladder. Maybe he gets away with another kill there, but these are the details of Counter-Strike. There's the first one. And here's the second. Kirby's been on point, definitely throughout the Challenger stage. Maybe dropping off a little bit here since we've gotten to the Legends, but if they want to take this game, he needs to be in full force. He wanted to be the star. Well, now's your time. We'll be into the second gun round here. All up in the hands of Yugi, and this time we do have defuse kits on the board. And it's just going to be an A execute right away.
Gade waits. Good positioning, great shots, lines up two, Naf's got to respond. Man down there for Liquid. AZ wants back in, gap in the smoke, but he won't play the stairs in. They'll go for the safest plant possible. Back at default, he got away. Naf, I wasn't sure how much utility was going to go his direction, so the post plant with 3 inside of A main. You might consider rotating one toward Palace, and I think that's what Nitro's looking to do, but that means buying time and keeping him away from the bomb. Elise forward of the smoke can do so. Naf, not so much from his position, and Nitro smoked off in Palace as well. Thankfully, it's the close side of the boxes, which gives Elise the perfect position to watch the retake. But a smoke on top of the bomb now, they still have to cover the cross, and Kirby gets the better of it. That's when Nitro swings, but Yugi's got the shot back. Naf live with it all to do, and Volda finds that. They're not in time. They're not in time at all. They don't have the kits. Volda did. He was the 1-2 throw away, and he's going to go down with the bomb.
Oh, those moments right there where you need to keep those comms nice and clear. It was very hectic, and Yugi had the smoke in his hand for a long period of time. I'm surprised he didn't drop it on the bomb earlier, giving them a chance to get on there with the defuse. But fantastic pace change from Liquid, straight into an A execute. They've been peppering mid, you know, lots of utility used there, keeping them honest with grenades, making sure, hey, this is our priority right now. And then pace change straight into that A execute. You could see North were going for more of a heavy mid presence. Gade was the only member on the side. He did the best he could. 2 kills, solo player. Good stuff from Gade, but the retake, it just wasn't possible. And now, well, North are left with questions. They have the saved AWP in the hands of Yugi. Roughly 3.4 to just over 4K on most of the members on North, and we'll be going for a bit of a partial upgrade behind the AWP. So this is where you want to allow your AWP to work. Give him some room. Try not to get taken out too early. See if you can find a pick or two, and you can scavenge one of those AK-47s and make this one interesting. Straight back to the mid play now. Top mid smoke, obscuring the vision. Nades towards connector. Ooh, they will be boosting Yugi up for a quick short pick, but it's been rather clumsy. We got that one on the X-ray, so he will be with the AWP from short. See if you can catch either of these players, Nitro or Elish, sleeping. Look how deep they're watching the A push from right now. Naf all the way in T-spawn. That tells me once again they want to head towards this B bomb site.
Kirby will rotate back in support of Volda. Yugi still holding out toward Catwalk. Stewie Tuka. He's already in connector. Great read to catch out Yugi. That's really using, and you are right, that is the op, so just the SMG left to find. They're really utilizing the top connector smoke so well on the Liquid side, not even putting it low to take Catwalk. They're getting up mid slowly and then absolutely owning them with that isolation smoke. Stewie's walked up and looked backwards twice. First time we saw the Molotov, that was on one of the 2 B takes that was successful. This time, just a straight clean kill, and they're going to keep punishing this B site.
They're trying to isolate Stewie right here. He's put AZ down to 2 HP. He knows his trap, but you can see that they're going to boost. Oh, I thought they were going to boost, but they really just want to swarm on Stewie's position. He might get all 3 kills here. Aware that They know where he is. No noise has been made at this point, but continuing to spam away. Kirby will make his way up and over, and Stewie will go down. And they drop that AK-47, but not for long, as now finishes him off. Gade last alive. Got another consolation frag, but that's all it's going to be, because they're going to hunt him down. Elige with the Krieg. He's on the march. And if Gade can hold onto anything here, I'd be very impressed. Twist will finish him off, and now 6-0. This might be a quick one. I thought they would be here longer than the mainstream, but could be added nice and quick.
Wow. Don't speak too soon. We've got another gun round on the cards for North. StarLadder Major. Everyone's got a star above them this time. They've been used to signify major champions based on what branding has done in marketing, etc. But Liquid is certainly in search of a star. They've got the hard way to do it. They've got to win all best of threes. All the way through the event.
And this is another pace change. They're faking the mid.
I should say barring one. Obviously, they didn't go down 0-2, but still.
They're contracting out to A here, Matt. They're just going to walk straight out to the position of Gade. 2 for him once again.
Playing solidly in terms of trying to get information and staying aggressive at the A second. That time, just they walk into him and he swings. Good flash. Twist caught. That's reminiscent of what we saw in Dust 2 the other day against, I believe it was Ents, that they started off 0-7. Twist did. They just got aggressive. They didn't really play off information. They rushed the play. That's, I mean, I can understand in this situation. You're up 6-1. You try and set the tempo, but even still.
It felt there that they were just running with a game plan, which was, hey, let's run a mid fake. We've been putting a lot of pressure on mid. We're putting a lot of pressure on B. We'll see if we can draw the rotators out and isolate the solo A defender. The problem is, this is almost Gade's specialty. If you've ever watched this guy play on train, you put him close team aim, he's always getting you 2. And he's doing the same right now here on the A bomb site. This is almost too good from him, just anchoring that bomb site alone. He shouldn't be able to get away with that much.
Nitro back to mid then, but AC's pushed up. They have changed things. And this could be a good read, a great read. In fact, from Volda. Because he calls the fact that they faked it. They shut down the aggression, and naturally, Liquid's going to go, well, all right, that didn't work. They played the same way. Let's go back to what did. And AZ gets the perfect read to get behind the smoke and find Nitro. Good nades as well, but Gade's still standing tall inside of the site as now tries to get a response. Open up the ace side of the map instead.
Okay, I understand what Liquid are going for. Just so people at home don't think that they're merely scrimming around the map, they're throwing these default nades at the start of the round. They're mimicking, mid control. And that's something that North need to be able to stop. They need to have, 3 eyes on that. Somebody window, somebody cat, somebody connector. That's why Naf just tried to limp his way up A ramp. If I can catch the solo A defender off guard, if I can get that kill, that's a massive gap. Unfortunately, didn't go that way. Nitro also fell in mid. We saw him scratch his face just before he went down, so going to be relatively frustrated about that timing. But now left on a 3-on-5. The smoke window, the smoke connector, and this here by Elige is a massive kill.
It's a massive kill, and that's AK versus M4 in a nutshell, because he got tagged, dinked, in fact, down to 12 HP, but his 1 bullet was enough, and he gets away with the second.
Look at Volda, though. He's pushing into this.
Yeah, Stewie caught him off. You're right. Volda would have got so much map information, but Stewie's awareness is just too keen. The ears on Yugi, very astute. Catches Elige getting in through the vent, and that posts him inside of Checker, but a baited shot based on a flash. And the bomb already down at the hands of Twist. Stewie as well going to get aggressive again. He's not. I don't think he goes beyond that point at ladder. Because if, by chance, they go up from the apartments, which Twist is forced to watch at this point, he wouldn't be able to help. The fact that they haven't and Twist hasn't seen him, he now confirms they're behind. Peeks out. Good damage done onto Gate. Down to 2. And Stewie just waits to see if they'll walk out, but great flash. Stewie's got to be so careful of Yugi's position, trying to tap and bait out shots as they line up to hold off of him, and he switches side for the defuse. Yugi's got it as a result because the AWP was posted.
Did you see that Gade started defusing the bomb on the other side? He transitioned, he started defusing, swapped sides, went back to the safer angle, allowing the AWPer to make sure he can hit that shot. So there's a lot of faith right there. Now, in normal scenarios, you would probably want the AWPer if he had a kit to defuse, so the rifler, in case he misses his first bullet, can finish him off. But in that scenario, Gate had the kit, Gate was low. That made complete sense. Now, Liquid. 2 rounds on a rye. And they're down to pistols already, so P250 for Nitro and Naf, a few Deagles and HE, so looks like they're going to nade window behind this mid smoke. Let's see if it comes up trumps, because Yugi is waiting. The nades come in, not enough damage. The first one a little bit too short, so he's going to get out with his life and 39 points of health, and now Easy was going to be able to make up for that. Kirby here to clean up the mess.
So from that range, just simply won't do. 2 rounds in a row, though, from Liquid giving up, and look at the money situation. This is exactly what North needed to get back into the game. And you did say at 6-0 it was going to be a quick game, chat, so I'm going to pin this one on you.
I don't mind being a walking jinx. Someone's going to do it.
Usually that's what commentators are good for. Good for the pistol is Valda from range. 6 for Liquid still, but the lead cut swiftly in half. Back to rifles this time as they build to the 3rd round bonus. Bomb plant in the last, but not in this one.
Okay, so we see the SG.
Da, văd ceva de asta.
I wonder if they go a little bit slower.
O să ți poate în mijlocul ăla.
Quick pace early. This feels like these 10 rounds or these 9 rounds.
Da,
have come and gone very quickly. So let's see. Nap's going to throw the top mid smoke as per usual. Elysian Nitro heading over there to garner mid control. Oh, but check this out. It's more of an aggressive play here over towards A. North are doing, well, this is a setup they used to run 6 to 8 months ago. 2 players under the balcony. It has worked for them plenty of times in the past, and that's where AZ and Valda are going to be. So one will swing, try and make as many frags as he can, and the other will lie in wait and then hopefully clean up the rest of the mess. Meanwhile, Gate over towards the ticket booth will be jumping and baiting, doing his best job to lure them in to a false sense of security that they may be playing a retake A setup. You can see what that means for the rest of the map if you look to the top left. On the radar we can see no CTs over towards middle. That's why they have an aggressive position with Yugi in B apartments with AWP and Valda, and Kyobi sitting at the back of the site in that forest position looking towards short. So right now Team Liquid have been gifted a lot of map control, they just don't know it.
Stewie pushes the smoke first. Oh, he tries to be the criminal that he's known to be and get into our jungle, but caught off this time by AZ, who's aggressive. And that means there's 2 there. We've deduced that simply by the fact that Gade's normally in that position, but what a change of play as it's Valda that stands underneath instead, and they've completely rotated the map. Having lost Gade early on, Elige, 11 to go against both Yugi and Kierby, and that's not happening. And I hate to say this, but Liquid looking lost. Their own game plan is falling off.
That right there was a huge gamble by North. They had absolutely no information other than Yugi's forward position in B apartments to say, hey, this is completely clear. Otherwise, they're in the dark. They just got lucky. Let's not say they got lucky. They had a 50-50. And it came up heads in this occasion. He did need AZ to hit a couple of nice shots here from under the balcony. And Valda, as his partner in that little duo, didn't actually need to do too much. So we will be seeing a tactical pause as Adren might need to be chipping in with his astute tactical knowledge here. Let's see if he can give them any inspiring words, because right now, their money, not great. Now for 2,900, Stu with 3,500, 3,200 on Twist, Nitro with 2,750. He has already purchased a smoke and a Liege with $4,550. We'll be seeing another light investment come on through, a couple of pistols getting picked up, Nitro with the Tech 9, and a whole bunch of nades. So this here tells me that they're probably going to go for a B set piece and try and get that bomb down on the B bomb site. So Kyobi and Valda have got to stand strong.
Oh, yeah. They've got 2 more to try and buy some time even.
Nitro. Back to a set piece with pistols. Bomb down has to be the goal. North are chipping into the Mirage lead. And remember, this is for elimination. Loser of this best of 3 is out of the major, and Liquid cannot afford to drop their own map choice. Kirby starts it off. He gets NAF. That is through the window, actually.
To the wall.
The thing with that is not only does it get a kill, but it confirms that they are holding toward the kitchen. And that information's solid because...
Cum e filmul tău? Și acum unde dau? Unde dau acum?
Da pe oricare.
Dar nu văd. Dau pe oricare episod?
Da.
Continuă vizionarea?
Da.
They used to, things aren't going to gel. They're going to feel awkward. They're not going to feel as they once were. So Team Liquid have got it. Maybe they just need another injection of that confidence that Stewie brought to them when he first joined this team.
No.
I mean, this is catastrophic if they can't at least have a deep run, let alone anything else.
Look, if they go out here, that is probably one of the biggest upsets in major history.
Yeah, absolutely. And 255 days until the next major.
But who's counting?
Well, I won't count them down.
My mum always used to say that. I don't know.
I thought you said she left your text unread.
Yeah, but used to when she used to talk to me.
Either way, it's a huge scalp because, I mean, not even Astralis at 255 days at the top of the helm. Close. When you consider how spread out their Grand Slam win was, I couldn't give you an exact figure on that. I think it was into the 200 days category. But it's, you know, a lot will change with other teams, let alone themselves by then. This is pretty much having to win this major. That has to be the goal for them. So within one round already on Mirage. Haideti again being aggressive. Single smoke to hold off the cave. A main, bomb waits in that position, and so too three of the Liquid players. That's deep, too deep, and Nitro heard it being thrown. Molotov make noise in the air, and he knew exactly where it came from, but pushing through does not yield the results they look for. In fact, it just leads them to a slaughter because the crossfires are set, and Nap has to run 17 seconds. They have to save. Liquid don't have it. This is just not at all what we're used to seeing from them.
We would expect them to roll out and just kill everybody, right? And look, if you're a newer viewer and you haven't watched Liquid play, and it sounds like we're being relatively harsh on them, these guys changed the way we were expecting to watch Counter-Strike in 2019. It's Nap, he will hold on to that, takes down Kirby. The hunt is on, but they're too far away to take the SG out of his hands. Here's the reason. We hold Liquid to the highest regard. It's the same as when we spoke about Astralis last year. We have a certain level of Counter-Strike that we expect to see, and we have not seen that yet out of Liquid. I want to see it. I am dying to see it, because that is some bloody exciting Counter-Strike, and let's hope that maybe they can shake off these cobwebs and bring that out here, as we'll be going into a strange round. AK for a leash. Enough with that saved SG, and then everyone else grabbed a few pistols.
They got there so quickly.
That's just basically a dry peak.
Yeah, Yugi was very optimistic for that. No smoke down either in the corner. Obviously, you're hoping that smoke's there so you can see above it, and you're right, Nap gets involved, and now we get the Liquid luck going for them again. Elige will back away from mid, given that there's a counter smoke. KRB in the corner will take further damage, but peeks off the back of it and finds Elige as a result.
Okay, so they don't... Ooh, wow. Naf again. Okay, great shot there. Takes down Kirby. As we see, Liquid are going to limp into the B bomb site, but they're just going to bring the bomb. Might be a little bit late. AZ's been hitting some big shots. He has a chance. He pushes on in. Disregards the fact that members could already be in the bomb site. We'll find the first. Swiss head go down, but Nitro there with a big trade. And now just Gade in a 1-on-3. And yeah, maybe he's thinking saving might be the right play.
It might be. 39.50 for him. Everyone capable of buying in the next round. Damage to Odir. The economy is very valuable for North. I think you're right, though. Liquid need to get their confidence back. It's almost what I saw from them in Katowice, where when their plan doesn't work, they just freeze. And you got to wonder as well, Adren, good coach, but not really the most motivational of people. You know, when does he get into them and start laying down the law, trying to pump them up, but also, you know, make it clear what they need to do?
I think the problem is it is too clear to them what they need to do. It's just maybe they think they're 1 or 2 steps ahead at the moment, because coming in here as the undisputed world number 1, the only other team in the world who, you know, we think could take it to them, yet to be proven. Duncan loves to point out a little stat line. I think the only best of 3 that Astralis have won since they've come back has been against NIP, and we saw how well NIP did in this tournament. So use that as